Hello everybody and welcome back to Art a la Carte. In a previous video, I showed you how to draw a wolf. A side note, did you know it's really hard for me to say wolf? I always want to say wolf. So if you're watching any of my older how to draw a wolf videos, I usually say how to draw a wolf, which is what they say, not what they are. Wolf. Anyway, in that video, I asked you if you wanted to see a more step-by-step video on how I colored my wolf. And you guys said yeah, so here it is. I'm going to go a little bit slow and then speed through some things because it takes a long time to color things with markers. So the product that I'm using is a Copic marker, which one of my favorite features about using the Copic markers is the brush nib, which allows me to not only blend my colors really easily, but it also allows me to do that flicking motion, which really helps me get that texture that I really like. Anytime I change colors, I'm going to try to put that up in the corner of the screen so that you can see some of the colors. I can't remember which ones I used, but if I can, I'll put them up there. But generally, as a rule of thumb, I start with my lightest tone first and then begin to work darker and darker. So I think the first one was an E70, and now I'm going in with E71. I'll go even darker with like an E77, and eventually I switch over to a W9, a warm 9. The thing that I will stress the most about this when you start getting into your darker colors or even in your mid-tone colors is don't cover up all of your lighter tones, especially with markers. You can pull a little bit of the color tone out and lighten it with like a colorless blender, but it's hard to get those darker shades to lighten up. The thing you're wanting to look for is your values, your contrasts. And a good rule of thumb is anything you want to push back farther away, you're going to darken. Anything you want to pull forward, you're going to make it lighter. So you'll notice around the fluffy parts of the cheek, on the shoulder blades, on the hip bone, on the kind of rib cage, I'm leaving a lot of those lighter and then very carefully darkening in around those. Now that's your contrast. That's using your value, your blending techniques. But there are places that you're going to want a really strong contrast where you have your really dark darks lining up with your really lights. That's going to really help things to pop out. You want to use those in really special places and not everywhere. Otherwise, it's going to be, you definitely don't want to overdo it. About halfway through this coloring, I went ahead and broke my own coloring rule, which is always to start lightest and then slowly work to darkest. I wanted to really establish my dark patterns, specifically because the wolf that I was coloring, I wasn't using the dark color just to create value. There were places on his patterning of fur that were actually dark, almost black fur, and I wanted to make sure to get those in. The back of my wolf and his tail were really dark. So I went ahead quite early on in the drawing and placed those colors in there so that I could blend my darks into my midtones a little bit easier. Most of this footage, if it's sped up, is either 500 times speed or even 800 times speed. It's really fast because I take my time on this process. I don't rush the coloring and the blending. If you do, you're going to get those really streaky lines, or you're going to get parts where your marker, ekes over the line that you want, and now you have a unicorn wolf, which is kind of cool sounding, but not if you don't want to draw a unicorn wolf. But I kind of think I want to draw a unicorn wolf now. Wolf, not woof. Anyway, hopefully this gave you guys a little helps and hints on using markers and coloring for yourself. Of course, you could use a lot of these techniques with any kind of coloring, whether it's pencils, watercolor, painting, acrylics, any of those things is using your values and all that. If you enjoyed this type of video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're brand new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And as always, thanks for hanging out with me. Go draw some wolves or wolves, whatever, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.